If I'm going to stack metals for me, it's not going to have a big premium on it. I'm going to buy it as cheap a spot as I can.
Today I want to talk to you about selling your silver and gold online and some of the things that you need to make sure that you stay away from so that way you do not get hosed or scammed when you go to sell your silver or gold. How you doing, everybody? Welcome to Empire Precious Metals. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I wanted to talk to you about selling silver and gold online, specifically which platforms are good platforms that you could be using, what platforms you should stay away from, and some of the things that you need to make sure that you keep in mind when you go to make your sales online. But before I get into the different platforms and the things that you need to make sure that you are doing to stay profitable, I did have a quick video with Steve that I wanted to share with you, talking about his store online, his eBay sales, and what is it that he is doing to remain profitable. And then we'll get back here so I can share with you some of my thoughts on what you should be doing.
Now, let me ask you, speaking of your website, your eBay presence has continued to grow.
Yeah.
What are you selling the most of on eBay? What would you say is like your highest, one or two selling type of items?
I don't think there is a one item that we sell the most of.
Okay. It's not like you put eagles and you're just constantly selling eagles.
You can pan over to this wall over here. Mm-hmm. You see all that wall? This is April, everybody. She's the eBay mommy. Department's my mother-in-law. But everything on that wall is all eBay. There's over 1,100 items there.
The eBay department.
It's what we do. It's how she makes her living. So we sell everything. If the way I put it to my clients is that if you have something that might sell on eBay, I would buy it from you. And that's because that's what we do.
Right.
Right. Okay, so Steve has been operating on eBay for the last, I would say, 3 years. So he has really built up his store so that it is now a reputable source of silver and gold purchases. He also does a lot of numismatics, watches, things like that. But some of the benefits that he has for the 3 years plus track record are that long list of transactions, a high user rating, and that, in a sense, sends the message to everybody else that is looking to buy from your online store that you are a reputable source of items that they can buy from and feel confident that they're going to get legitimate items. So when it comes to selling on eBay, personally, I don't do it. I sell primarily here on YouTube and on Instagram. I'm more of what you would say is I'm a social media seller. And there's quite a few people that do this here on eBay. They do it on Instagram, but they also do it on other platforms as well. Like TikTok, I know, is another big social media platform where there are a lot of silver and gold sales happening. Facebook happens to be another one. Now that's another area that I am not involved. I don't have a Facebook account, but I know that there are a lot of Facebook silver and gold groups, which I'll talk to you about in just a moment. But when it comes to selling on eBay, one of the main reasons that I don't sell on eBay is because eBay commands a 13%, give or take. But last I checked, it's a 13% fee on your sales. So not only do you have the cost of the particular item that you're looking to sell, but you need to also sell it for at the very least 13% above what you initially purchased it for, just so that you can remain neutral. So that means you have to sell it for, I would say, at least a 20% markup, if not more, in order to remain profitable. So in my opinion, eBay just kind of totally erodes your profit margin when it comes to selling silver and gold. Now, a lot of people also have moved over to Whatnot. Whatnot just became popular in the last couple of years. It's an online app that allows people to sell their collectibles, and in our case, silver and gold. Now, the thing is with Whatnot, they have a vetting process. Essentially, you have to fill out an application. They sometimes will call you to talk to you personally about selling on Whatnot. But when I was approached by Whatnot, they have a 9% fee for their sales. So again, kind of like eBay, where they have 13% fees that you have to worry about, Whatnot has a 9% fee last I checked. The other thing too with Whatnot is they start all of their auctions primarily at $1. That's not like always, like you don't always have to have your initial bid start at $1, but they encourage you to start at $1, and a lot of different auctions that I've seen all start bidding at $1. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. You have a little bit of like a risk when it comes to having a reserve met. Now, Instagram, I sell on there because again, there's no middleman like an eBay or whatnot that's facilitating the transaction. Essentially, I just post the offer online, people reach out to me, and then I just sell to them direct. That's one of the benefits of selling on Instagram as well as here on YouTube. The customers that I have built over the last 3.5, 4 years, they buy directly from me. So I don't have to pay that 13% or that 9%, which helps keep the costs low to the customers, and that also increases my profit margin. Now, when it comes to Facebook groups, I know that you can do a lot of buying and selling on there. Again, I don't know a lot about this, but I would say some things that I've heard is that there are scams. This also happens on Instagram. I'm not entirely sure of YouTube scams, but I'm sure that they exist. But, where the reputation matters most on social media, like here on YouTube and Instagram, in my opinion, that helps with a person looking to sell online. So if you have been thinking about selling online, you can't necessarily just start up on Instagram and just say, hey, I'm posting this here with no following and no track record in the social media platforms. You need to have an established history, an established presence within the stacking community. So that is why I, in my opinion, am able to do this so well here on YouTube and Instagram, is because I have developed that following over the last 3.5, 4 years. It didn't happen overnight. I have been doing this day in and day out for years, as have other people on YouTube who I've mentioned in previous videos. They do a lot of buying and then they sell on YouTube and Instagram. So if you're looking to get into this space, you need to start yesterday. You want to start your social media presence now because it is a long road ahead. It didn't just happen overnight, but there are a lot of benefits for selling here, like I said, on YouTube and Instagram. So those are my thoughts as to where you should sell. In my opinion, YouTube and Instagram are the best. Facebook groups, I know a lot of people that do that. That would probably be a close third. And then eBay and whatnot, I would put those kind of at the bottom of the barrel. But if you have no social media presence, then I would say that eBay and whatnot would actually be kind of like one of your top choices, right? So anyway, let me know in the comments down below, where have you sold silver and gold? Where have you done the most of your sales, if any? And where is it that you are looking to start getting involved in your silver and gold sales?